Okay, I haven't talked about this on here probably because it's embarrassing, probably because I've been like so hurt and so like grappling with it. But one of the like biggest things that I'm proud of from last year and energy that I'm very much taken into this year with me is just one, like how far I've grown, but in the ways that I've grown, right? I just did a message on how it is so important to forgive yourself and be compassionate towards yourself, especially for my feminines moving in relationships and connection in terms of how you trust, how you relate to others, and how you show up and how you're vulnerable and all of that. And that actually hit home a lot for me, myself, because that's something that I've been focusing on a lot because 5.5 months ago, the person that I was in a relationship with ghosted me. Like, straight ghosted me. And this wasn't like an, oh, why is the only word that's coming to mind is like early. This wasn't a short relationship. This wasn't a new relationship. Like, we were very much like an established like couple, very much had plans, like playing a life together, or at least I thought we were. Wanted like an actual future with each other. Again, at least I thought we were. And I say it like that because I genuinely do find it funny now. Like I actually can like genuinely laugh about it now because something like this happening to me a year ago this time. You know what? Let's fully expose myself because it's like, yeah, like the signs are written on the wall. Ghosted me. You know what? No, actually, we'll just stick with the signs are written on the wall. Just in a way that I just wasn't aware of. And a year ago, me would not have been able to handle that. Like, honestly, would have thought that that was kind of something that would like kind of break me. And it did in a way, but it broke me in a way to where like it cracked me open and it really forced me to like look at myself, right? It was very much a phoenix fire sort of moment. It really, really forced me to take a look at myself, take a look at how I was moving through connection. It made me grow, it made me heal in ways that I did not expect. I would not recommend being ghosted by the love of your life. I wouldn't recommend that. But and this is probably something that I would like take down, but I'm tired of like no one in my family knows that it's happened. One, I don't talk to my family about like my personal life. And I really don't talk about my romantic life, period, within one. I'm very private when it comes to anything that happens within my relationships. And so this is something that I've kind of dealt with in silence here. I actually literally just told my therapist probably a week ago, 2 weeks ago. My therapist, I tell that lady everything except for like stuff as it pertains to this. But it's been something that I've been grappling with, and I've finally come to accept it. And I think it was at the 5 month mark where I was like, it's like I had been emotionally dealing with it, but I hadn't like mentally processed what happened. And it's like I woke up one day and I was like, oh no, like he ghosted me. Like 5 months ago, like he ghosted me. And one day we were like, you know, and then like, you know, so again, I might delete this because this is very personal. But yeah, so I've been healing from that over the last almost 6 months. And I guess my point in also talking about this, and I'll probably leave just specifically this part up. My point in talking about this is, one, I thought it would break me and it didn't. Two, I am a person who I'm very positive, but I can also be very cold in a way, especially as it pertains to like my own life, especially when I am hit like this. I'm also a person with abandonment issues. My biological father, we don't have a relationship whatsoever. So again, a girl with abandonment issues, and I mean, you go through with abandonment issues. I feel like truly, when I say I was going through it last year, like like July to December, I was going through it. I honestly felt like it was the cruelest thing that the universe could have ever done to me, and it was for a reason, because I think the universe wanted to see, like, can we put you through the worst thing imaginable for you, like your deepest wound, and how are you gonna react to it? Are you gonna close up? Like, are you gonna close your heart off? Are you gonna write off love? Are you gonna write off this person? Or are you going to remain true to who it is that you actually are? Because at my core, I'm a very loving and forgiving person, and you can be forgiven and still have boundaries and still use your discernment and all of that. And so that's the lesson I had to learn. I don't hate the person. I don't feel any ill will towards him at all. I wish him literally nothing but the absolute best. Love him deeply. Things just happen, right? And I think that specifically happened to break me, to break the ways that I was, to break very codependent patterns that I had. And it did. It ripped me to shreds, and it was rough. It was really, really rough. But I'm on the other side of it, and I'm not closed off to love. I'm still open to love. I still believe that that's possible. Is that something that I'm looking for right at this moment? No. No. But I know that I will find, and not even find, I know that it will come to me, because I'm not looking for love anymore. I am giving myself the love that I would look for in another person. I'm not looking for anyone else to complete me, but I'm also not acting as if I am above falling in love again, giving my heart to someone again. So yeah, I don't know. I think I also felt the need to like talk about this because I give a lot of love messages, right? I do a lot of counterpart readings, a lot of counterpart messages of healing, of check-ins and everything, and it can come off as bullshit, you know, like it's easy to say forgive people and this and that, but it's like, no, really, especially within divine counterpart relationships, twin flame journeys, some dark shit happens. And I'm not saying that this person is my twin flame or whatever, but I am saying that just like dark shit happens, it's for a reason. You don't always need to understand that reason. You're just meant to grow through it, and it's meant to break you in a way, but also not break you. Like, this didn't break me. I'm not closed off from love or anything. It just broke the very toxic parts of me that were keeping me from the truest, rawest parts of myself, because that version of me was very closed off in a way, right? Like, you emotionally unavailable people attract emotionally unavailable people, and I had to confront that within myself. And it's not until you do that, until you are like put to that fire to where that can burn up all the things that are not serving you, can burn away, so that you can meet yourself at your truest, at your rawest, at your realest, at your most authentic, so that you can be the love that you are seeking. You know what I mean? So yeah, and also because, like I said, like I want to get deeper into that, and it's really hard for me to also kind of share stuff about myself, but that is kind of a part of it, kind of a part of the type of love readings that I do, that, you know, just, and even the journey of like self, part of it is because, again, I know I can be so big picture, I can kind of zoom out, and it can kind of make me seem off as like, it can kind of make me seem cold, detached, and flippant. But no, trust me, like when I say that I can understand the bigger picture, so that I can understand cosmically what's happening, I can also understand the very real human battle that you have with your human emotions. Trust me, I understand that. Like, I spent the last 6 months of my life like fighting with myself so much because I understood divinely what was happening, but I still feel like it was the cruelest fucking thing that could have ever happened to me. Like, hello, right? And now I'm not worried about it, because multiple things can exist at once. I understand what happened. I understand what was necessary. I don't regret it. It's crazy to say, but like, I wouldn't change that. Like, I wouldn't change the last 6 months of my life. I wouldn't change the hell that just put me through, because I have met myself at such like a deeper level than I could have ever imagined. And I have more of a deeper love for like other people. I have more of a deeper love for that person, regardless of anything that happens with me and that person. It's just like, I understand them more as a human. I have more of a capacity to love because of that. Because I can love through someone's flaws. I can love through the worst of someone. And it's not a flex or anything like that. And I wouldn't recommend trying to do this before you've like really like faced yourself. That's part of why I do the readings that I do. I give the messages that I give, because yes, the goal is always to get here, but you can't bypass. You cannot bypass. I couldn't bypass the fact that I felt like this was cruel. I couldn't bypass the very real hurt that I experienced from it. I couldn't bypass the very real heartbreak, the way that it truly broke me down. Like, I don't know that I'm only posting this on my YouTube. I don't know that I was as consistent on YouTube when this first happened, but I was on TikTok. And if you go see my TikTok, Fireheart Fairy Mystic, if you go look on my TikTok around like mid to late July through like August, September, but truly specifically like the month between like that month period of like mid-July to mid-August, I was going through it, dude. You could very well see that I was like going through something. I didn't really talk about it, but like I was going through something. It was really rough. It was really hard. But you take it in stride. You just make peace with what the universe is putting you through. And it's really hard. And I think that's and I really why I think that I'm actually talking about this now that I'm coming, like, I think the bigger reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of you for this year, this isn't to fearmonger you, this isn't to scare you. This is actually a very beautiful thing. A lot of you are going to be experiencing both like death and tower, and also like your emperor empress, right? Is asking you to let die what needs to die, whether that is internal shifts, internal towers, or external things that are like causing towers, and you're still being asked to rise, to be reborn, to rise into the divine embodiment of yourself, whether that is your divine feminine energy or your divine masculine energy. That's what it's like. It's happening at the same time, and it's hard. It doesn't make sense, but you'll be greater for it. It doesn't feel like it, but you really will. Anyway, I love y'all so much. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know if you think I'm batshit crazy. It's okay if you do. I mean, I am, but like, I stand by it. So yeah, have a wonderful night. Bye. And happy 2026. When I say I cried right as midnight hit, and yes, of course, this is just the Gregorian calendar year, right? We're in the years in spring, but still, it is the marking of something new, right? Yes, we're in the tail end of still the year of the snake, right? We're still shedding, right? Especially until we get to the Chinese Lunar New Year, because that's based off of, you know, you know what I mean, right? You're the snake, you're the horse. That's Chinese astrology. What was I saying there? Yeah, so we're still shedding. We're still in the year of the snake, but it's different. It's different now. The shedding that we're being asked to do is different now. It's shedding and birthing at the same time. So that like once the year of the horse hits, like, babe, we're going full speed ahead. It's fire horse. We're going full speed ahead. It's like full steam. You gotta be ready. So yeah. But like I said, I love y'all so much. Have a wonderful night. Bye.